Hello there, I'm Black Bike News, and what have we got in today's Metro? There we have Lammy on the front page. And it says Lammy is grilled over latest jail bungle. Second foreign national, and the same prison releases another inmate by mistake. So David Lammy is facing the fury of MPs for dodging questions over escaped asylum seekers as a manhunt began for Algerian wrongly released from jail in another embarrassing bungle. The Deputy Prime Minister was asked 5 times if more had been wrongly released since Hadoush Kabatu, who roamed the streets for 2 days last month before being found and finally deported. But instead, apparently, Mr. Lammy castigated the state of criminal justice system he had inherited from the Conservatives. To his relief, the Commons Speaker did not let Conservative James Cartledge ask a 6th question. Minutes after the fiery exchange, the Met revealed Wandsworth wrongly let out Raheem Kaddu Sharif. You know, all these names have been provided to provide impact so that you know that they're foreign nationals. What's interesting, though, for me, is that he's being grilled and the MPs are furious because 2 foreign nationals who were meant to remain in prison got released. But what they don't tell you is that over the last year, 262 prisoners, this has got nothing to do with David Lammy, have been wrongfully released. So I've put here, David Lammy frees foreign national prisoner by mistake and faces the fury of MPs, apparently the second one freed in error. The Deputy Prime Minister was asked 5 times if more had been wrongfully freed since Hadoush Kabatu was freed. The streets was freed anyway. Thank God the prisoner was Algerian asylum seeker. Can you imagine if he was an African or a Caribbean asylum seeker? They would say it was some kind of favoritism why he released them. This is my opinion. Because the news coverage is unfairly reported. Why make this front page news, when 2 have been wrongfully released under David Lammy, and it's not even got nothing to do with David Lammy because he doesn't even create the system. It's not like he's the one that goes around saying, oh look, that one must be released or that one mustn't. But 262 within 1 year. That's nearly 1 a day that's been wrongfully released in 1 year. And it probably is 1 a day because it worked out from June 2024 to March 2025. That's not even a year, and 262. So you might as well translate it to 1 wrongfully released prisoner a day. If you're going to report the news fairly. Don't make it look like just because David Lammy is a Deputy Prime Minister, he's made this big bungle. And it's almost like they're insinuating that because the 2 that were released wrongfully are foreign nationals, it's almost like they're trying to make it look like he's showing favouritism. You know what I mean? It's just so unfair the way they report the news. What else have I got here? The emphasis is on foreign national. What picture does that conjure up? And that's another thing. They talk about foreign nationals and automatically you're going to think, oh, foreign nationals, people of colour, illegal immigrants and goodness knows what else. It's always painting a picture without actually saying the words. And that's what gets my goat. You're painting a picture without actually saying the words, leaving it to the minds of those who do not know, who do not choose to research or investigate. Now, let me just show you. These are the two, okay, that have been released wrongfully. What else have I got here? 262 prisoners were released in error between July 2024 and March 2025. Why didn't that figure make the front page news? 233 were released in error by prison establishment and 29 by the courts. Now, I don't know if David Lammy would come under the number released wrongfully by the courts, because he's not a judge. He's not the one, and I don't know, I didn't even know that they had much of a say on who's going to be released. Do you mean to say that they sit there and go through all the prisoners to see who's going to be released and who isn't? And also, I would think that he would be releasing them based on recommendation by the police establishment. It's not like he knows the background of each prisoner. So I'm just trying to report this in a way that's not so black and white, not like the way they want us to make it look. And I don't think it's fair. Anyway, this isn't about fairness a lot of the time, is it? So thank God. Oh, I've already said that, haven't I? Another whose name has been provided for impact, Brahim Kadul Sharif, was in prison for indecent exposure and trespass with intent to steal. So he was on the grounds, he didn't steal anything, but apparently he intended to steal something. Who knows? What I'm saying is that with this reporting, we have to keep an open mind. We can't just take it for what it is. Remember, the newspapers have a job to do. That is to get our attention. It's to keep our attention. It's to influence. It's to... I think mainly it's to influence us, isn't it? And they can manipulate data and still say it's the truth. But sometimes it's truth by omission. Sometimes it's the wording. That's one thing about the English language. It's the way you can couch words so it says exactly what you want it to mean, but it can also mean something else. And that's why the English language is so fascinating and so hard to learn. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there now. If you're interested in this topic and you have any thoughts, you think I'm being unfair in my portrayal, please let me know. I don't wish to be unfair. I'm just reading it how I interpret it. Look forward to hearing your notes. Bye-bye.